Well, TwoSun, and I would like to apologize because I should have had this on my channel like a long time ago. A long time ago. This is the Sabertooth, the TS196, Mazwan Mokhtar, M390, titanium, and drop for me, honey. There you go. Yeah. We'll take it apart because this one's mine and I can do that. There's a pass-through lanyard hole, back spacer, plain, not machined, nothing fancy going on there. You've got some tactile capabilities in here because you've got some machining. Gives you a little bit of grippiness in here. Nicely machined pivot. Hardened steel insert over travel stop. Blade centered, no blade play. No lock rock, nothing wrong there. And then it's 35 to 40% lockup. Look at the pass-through here. That's nice because they machined it in here. It's not difficult to disengage, okay? And maybe we'll get this set up to where it'll drop a little bit more freely when we put it back together. Sometimes might be a little too much oomph on that pivot. Look at the pocket clip. Okay, so that's fastened from the inside. But it's appropriate. It's nice for the knife. I think it flows with the design, and I think the design flows. And I think there's plenty of blade for the length of the handle, for sure. Here you've got kind of a thumb ramp thing going on here, and it's got jimping as well. You got a multi-grind, but just transitions to kind of almost a modified tanto at the very end. Sometimes they do a hollow in here and a flat, and I can't decide if this is somewhat of a hollow grind myself. Oh, while we're talking about the blade, let's get a piece of paper here. Okay, TwoSun knives are usually very, very sharp. This one's no exception. Comes in a beautiful presentation case as well. These are always fun, and I always mark mine up because, I can forget. And the reason you can forget is look at the blade. Model number, designer name, anything? No, but it's on the inside. We'll see that when we take this apart, and it looks like they weight relieved it on the inside as well. Okay, now, flipper tab, it's jimped. It's very muted, so nothing much going on with that. And, it's M390, so it's going to cost you more than 25 or 30 bucks. People are so spoiled, they're like, oh, I grabbed that TwoSun for 45 bucks. I got it for 52 bucks, that kind of thing. But those days are going away. They are waning, aren't they? Because, and then, you think about it, though. You think about it, in any other brand, you wouldn't bat an eye at paying $150 to $225 for a titanium with M390. It's just for some reason we've been spoiled buying these really nicely designed and very well manufactured knives for, pennies on the dollar. And now there's so many people that have discovered TwoSun knives, and unfortunately I'm probably one of the people who's rang the bell, and I kind of hurt myself doing that because I'm bidding on them too, although I sneak in at the very end and just put the hammer down and I go to hell with it. And I probably paid too much for some, but it's just like I want to get it on my channel. So, and I think they're just damn good looking. So this is kind of a medium length knife. It's not a lightweight thing either, that's for sure. Not quite 3.5, is it? A little over 3.25, maybe 3.35 at 85 millimeters, and overall, let me see if we're still holding on there, 19.5 centimeters. at 7 3/4 inches, so it's under 8 inches. So it's not a huge knife. Let's get a weight on it. But you know, fit and finish is just so nice on these knives. They do a hell of a good job. 124 grams. Let's roll back around to ounces. 4.38. So it's not that heavy, but it's smaller than like a Paramilitary 2, which is only 3.8 ounces. Of course, it's G10, and this is full-on titanium. So, and there you go. Okay, so Para 2, but take the Para 3 out here. And no, it's bigger than that. It's definitely bigger than that, and definitely heavier than that, too. Let's see how fat the fatness is. 0.52 at 13.4 millimeters. And I guess I could use this to do the blade stock. Wow, it's almost 4 millimeters, isn't it? 0.56. Come on, get over here. Yeah, it is. It's a full 4 millimeters. So that's some heavy duty right there, isn't it? Yeah, I like it. I was attracted to it, and I wasn't one of the first ones to buy one either. I was kind of late to that party, but I still got in on the party, because you never know when these things are going to go off, and then they go away, and then they're gone. And then, you know, I get approached by people all the time. Hey, do you know where I can get a so-and-so, you know? And it's like, well, it's been out of production like 7 or 8 months. I don't know. Now, they do have a store on AliExpress. It's TwoSun, but there's no O. It's just TWSUN. But I'll give you the link. All that stuff will be down here, like all the designers, the sellers on eBay, DWin99 and TwoSun Knives. And I'll give you all the links and all the information down there. So if you're looking for a knife, and I think you can go browsing on maybe Amazon as well. I've never bought one off of Amazon. I either get them on eBay, or I have ordered them from the TwoSun site, because sometimes people get crazy and they'll pay so much money for these, right? That you go to the TwoSun store, it's still going to ship from China, so it ain't going to be no difference in the amount of time it's going to take to get to you. Look it up in the store. I mean, if they're getting $79 for it, why are you paying $115 bidding on it? You know, just saying, because I've got caught in that trap myself, and I go, what the hell? So I bought some just straight off of the AliExpress site. Yeah, nice looking, not all that heavy, good flow. Ergos. Well, you can always feel a pocket clip, and when they're milled, they're, you know, they are what they are, although you can't not do a milled on this knife. It's fairly deep carry. Yes, I can get all 4 fingers on there. You know, I can get all 4, but if you got bigger mitts than I do, yeah, it might be a struggle. I mean, you know, because it is what it is. I mean, the smaller the knife, the smaller the handle, and thus it goes. Reverse grip actually feels better, and usually it does. I don't know what it is about me that always has that effect. And there's my balance point. Not a problem there. Detent. Well, I can't throw it out that way. Oh, I can that way. The detent is appropriate, especially since it's a flipper. It can have a little stronger detent, because this is the only way you're going to open it. And that was my attempt to fail it. Nope. So it's not going to fail easy. It's holding it. Yeah. I was trying to just kind of see if I could just knock it out without it opening all the way, but that's good. I'd say they got that spot on. Got it spot on. And you know, that tip on that knife's pretty heavy duty too, isn't it? Kind of reinforced this way with that kind of grind. Satin grind, nice, and like I said, not billboarded up. Well, let's see what we can do here. That was easy. Obviously nobody Loctited that up. So, and there goes the surround. There goes the screw. And you can look right here, and yes, it's a D-shaped pivot, so that means this is not going to turn, so you'll be able to break that loose, just in case you are interested. And the fact that we have number 8 screws on here holding this together, so you don't need number 6. And I don't really prefer number 6 screws because you know, it's more likely you'll booger them up, and or your bit as well, because the bigger it is, the less the more likely it is to make good contact, be, you know, a better fit, or at least stronger, and less likely to wallow around in there. Because look at that. There's my number 6, and you can see where it's skipped a channel here and there. So I go through the number 6s way quicker than the number 8s. Okay, so let's pop this off, which it looks like it's ready to come out. Okay. Okay. Well, yes. Weight relieved. Yes. Ceramic detent ball. Yes, D shape right here, and internal stop, and there's your screw that comes from the inside that holds your pocket clip in place. Really clean, nice. I've never had this one apart. Ceramic bearings, flip it over. Man, this is clean. I mean, and one thing for sure, it's not really oiled up that heavily, which is kind of strange because they usually come, you know, floating in a barrel of oil practically with that inner wrapper. I mean, but no, I mean, this is nice. Okay, it's good. It's like a one piece here, and then check this out. Of course, the steel washers have got that nice area for bearings to be able to travel around in, so that's good. There's your surround for this pivot thing. It comes right out if you want it to. And let's take a look at that. Got a little bit of junk there, but not bad. Let's take a look at the blade. Okay, so what other knives do you guys have that you've taken apart where they built a little detent ramp in? I can't think of one offhand other than the TwoSun knives, which you'd laugh, right? I mean, you go, oh no, I mean, Riyadh, or something that's costing $500, $400, $300, right? But no. Now, this wasn't no $50 shooter, that's for sure, not with the M390 and all that. And it's worth 150, 60, 70, you know, I think. But still, even on their ones that you might pick up for $50 or $60, the ones I've taken apart, they have this. I think only one that I have disassembled that didn't have that detent ramp. So, interesting. And by the way, on the inside, that's where he's got his logo and TwoSun. Just in case you were curious. Well, I guess we can shoot this baby back together. Throw this in here, put our bearings, and put a little bit of lube in here. Throw the blade on, throw the bearings in, and we can just set that down like that. I think at that point, we can just sit this right on top of here. There's our, oops, right there. There's our backspacer, and we just about lost the pin out of the back side of that. Come on, there you go. Okay, we got a pivot surround, and then we got a pivot pin. So let's jack this thing back down in place. Not too hard, just kind of make solid contact. These two screws are the same size, so it doesn't matter. And let's do it like this. Okay. And this one, come on, I know you want to escape. Okay, we're all solid. Where are we? Well, we're centered. I tell you the truth, I think I'm all good here. I mean, I always kind of just try and get a feel for that. And I may have it a little more solid than I need. Give it a little bit of back up here. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, see, that's better. Now, let's check it for play. No, I got no play there. All right, how's that drop? It wasn't dropping like that when we first started off, was it? Look at that swing down. Trying to give me a love bite right there, isn't it? Wow, much better action, yeah. It's all good now. Sabertooth. Mazwan Mokhtar and it's the TS196. Okay, M390, all good. Take care, I'm going to let you go. Yeah, it's a winner from TwoSun. And you guys, stay sharp.